Afternoon, everyone. It is Friday, the 7th of August. This is the BALPPA weekly update. As we hurtle through August, quite an interesting week. We've learned a little bit more about the local lockdown process and how concerning that can be for people in those areas. And we all watch the infection rate, and as some of our operators are saying, they wake up in the morning to turn the news on and just see whether they have been affected or not, or where the areas are. So it's quite a very difficult time for everyone at the moment. So this week our main focus has been on working on the indoor soft play sector, which does not have a date for reopening at the moment. We did manage to get a visit from the Deputy Chief Medical Officer to a site in Peterborough, and we had a site visit from DCMS and Public Health England down in London. So firstly, thank you to all those people who were involved in that. We did get a lot of support from people attending those sites, doing fogging demonstrations, doing guided tours, doing as much as we can. So that was an education process, both I think for them and for us, educating them in the way that a modern soft play centre operates. I think they were impressed with that, was my takeaway from some of that. And also we learnt of the areas of concern that they have. And we're awaiting now, as we sit on Friday afternoon, just awaiting a final report back from them on their observations from both of those visits. We've had a meeting with DCMS to run through that, and so now we're going to rewrite over this weekend and early next week, rewrite our guidance and reopening protocols based on that information. So we will include the areas that they have most concerns on and really try and focus on those. So I think that will be a useful situation. We would hope next week that means they could put through their reports to the Cabinet Office and Public Health England, and we can get some feedback then and be put into the discussions for the possibility of a reopening. And there is a wider social issue with this, and we will be doing a little bit of work on that. So just to show how unclear it is in each of the countries of the UK at the moment. So we've got Wales with a date of the 10th of August to reopen their indoor soft play. We've got Scotland with the 14th of September. Northern Ireland was actually meant to be today. That's now being postponed, and England doesn't have a date. So there's not a uniform process in this, and it is a case of getting stuck in and seeing what you can actually get done. The committee that we have for the indoor play are working really hard for that. So again, thanks to them on that. We'll continue to push on that this week. Interestingly, this week we had a great call with some of our operators who are open and have been open for a few weeks, just to see where we are with things and if things have changed. I think the stories or the learnings were very similar right across the attractions. They were saying that really visitors fall into two sections. One, who are very pleased to be there, are happy that there are rules and regulations and will stick to them and will make the most of the day and have glowing reports for everything you've done. They would be the ideal visitors to have all the time. And then there's those people who we're not really sure why they've come out. They can seem to find fault with everything. They're absolutely petrified by everything that happens, and perhaps things aren't quite ready for them yet. So it's an interesting mix, but it does bring into further debate face coverings and face masks. From tomorrow, there are more places which they are a requirement for, and we've published all of those, and those are available. But I think the general view in those calls and meetings, and certainly from our committee members, is that if there's anything we can do face covering wise and anything we can do to prevent a local lockdown, then we should do it. That we should take those actions. We should encourage people to do it. But it is up to the individual businesses and the areas they're in and how they operate. It's really for us to try and do as much as we can as an association and as operating businesses to make sure that we don't fall foul of anything. There is concern that the local EHOs have swinging and increasing powers to close operations, and they are getting multiple reports from different areas, members of the public who are giving their opinions. We are getting some of those reports. It is comforting to say that we do have guidance, we do have protocols, and people are adhering to capacity control, and those things are going to be really important going forward. So I think the overriding message from our operators that they really do feel on a knife edge at the moment. Not a comfortable feeling as we're going through August. So there are lessons to be learned for everyone in this process. For those that are open, those that we hope to get open, so our bowling centres, hopefully we'll get a chance to operate from next weekend, but there's no guarantee on that at the moment. And then this week we need to work on a date for our indoor play centres as well. So lots going on. So as it is a particularly hot weekend, hopefully people can enjoy that as best they can. We probably won't be doing a message for the next couple of weeks. We're going to see how things go, but if there is a requirement for it, I'll do a message. But we've got clear direction that we need to head in to make sure that we get as many of our businesses operating safely through this summer. So have a great couple of weeks, and look forward to speaking to you again. Bye bye.